wait, I don't. I, I'm not the type of person to be like overly pessimistic or negative or anything, but there are clear signs uh, that shows it's not. It's maybe not what it is portrayed as it is actually as it is portrayed to be. My point is, do you know that quote that is something along the lines of, if you hear about the Bitcoin investment of your taxi driver or your cashier, but it's probably time to sell because now everybody is aware that this is an opportunity. So now everybody is jumping on a train, which means that more people are buying this stuff. And what people do, like what the insiders are doing when people are buying, well, they sell because now there is a lot of buyers. So it's an opportunity for them to sell because they were here to begin with. So my point here is just, it seems weird that it's just because of that argument that YouTube is pushing smaller channels. Maybe it's because they've just been able to pull this off. I, I don't really know exactly about what happened, but I'm just like on the side of YouTube. Well, apparently, from what I've seen on the content, they just decided to push small channels. But let's think in terms of supply and demand. If the market is suddenly, because an announced effect, because they announced that, oh, now we updated the algorithm, so now people are going to jump on the opportunities. It's like a flash opportunity, and it will increase the supply. But does that mean that the demand increases also? Now that you're seeing the hype, just people are going to post more content. Some people are going to launch new channels. And just because of the hype, some people will get a ton of views. But that doesn't necessarily mean that there will be more people to watch it. And even if people are incentivized by the hype, they're so hyped to watch content about this new 2025 opportunity in YouTube, well, that doesn't necessarily mean also that they will keep watching this type of content. So it's kind of it looks to me like a bubble, but is it the same for like every platform? Like every year there are tons of opportunities that are just being announced, and it doesn't mean that it will last. And just let's see. But let's try to think practically. It doesn't mean that it's just cooked. That it's just, oh right, it was just a bubble. No, that's not how it works. It's just like there is a kind of worthless hype of like people selling personal brands, because I've seen that. I tried X and it was really about that. It was about like personal branding, that business that sustains itself by people, or that business trend that sustains itself by people selling other people how to build their personal brands. Even though I'm not like questioning the intrinsic value of building a personal brand, but it's still shallow. When anybody can teach anybody to build, how to build a personal brand, we end up with a shallow environment, and it can make like the actual people who are actually about something to just churn off. But anyway, practically speaking, people who have actual value to give, and not just using the tactics to get some views. Again, it feels like I'm repeating myself. That's just weird. Maybe it's just because I'm reasoning right now, but anyway, now that means that there is a lot of competition. And again, like to build a personal brand, it also takes a couple of skills, you know, a wide variety of skills even. And the fact that that supply is increasing and there is more competition, because that's what it means. YouTube is not on easy mode, because when people started saying that YouTube was on easy mode and it made more people come and try to seize this opportunity, now it makes it so that it's in hard mode now. Because maybe some people are launching new channels, some people had previous experiences with social media, some people are coming from other platforms, some people just know their stuff, they know their marketing game, they know how it works. And on the other side, you have a ton of people who just were clueless and are going to seize the opportunity and just quit. Like me. Maybe I'm going to quit also, which is probably the case if I don't develop the skill set that is necessary to actually sustain this and not just coming here because there is a trend. Now it just means that there is a need for the people to actually acquire the skills and put them into practice, which means like the basic YouTube skills, which crafting a good thumbnail, an interesting thumbnail, an interesting hook title, interesting title, how to retain the viewership, how to engage, etc., etc. There's a bunch of skills. There are really a bunch of skills, and for a beginner, well, that's tough. That's hard mode for somebody who isn't used like to speaking in camera, for a non non-native English speaker, but I guess they can just do like their videos in their native language. But the first thing, considering like myself, for example, like it was going over this idealization of our own selves and trying to break out that overthinking, that fear of judgment and stuff, because at the end of the day, there are so many people on this platform and on the internet, like posting stuff and doing even more stupid stuff. At least I'm trying to think and analyze and use my knowledge to make conclusions. So it shouldn't be something to be, how should I put it, to not to be ashamed of. That's weird, but yeah, to judge, to self-judge. That's still like, that's still content, that's still you saying something, and now it's up to you to say something interesting, and like don't say something interesting. And most of people, like, they have something interesting to say, but just because the market is full of experts who are actually like giving the sauce, who are spitting game, sorry. And now you think like it's because you also have to get rid of, I also had to get rid of that comparison, and it's still tough every day, because when I open the YouTube to, for example, see like, okay, what titles work best so I can ideate for some content, etc., I see stuff like some people making like, oh, they have millions of views, oh, they have 10,000 of views, oh, they're making such amount of money. But first, it's an illusion, because you never know. Get into the specifics, not the topic of the video, but first, like, there are some biases and some stuff regarding the numbers anyway, because that's still a game of attention and of curiosity, and how can they get people to click. And second, but I forgot the second point. See, it's dark, it's kind of late, but yeah, first, it's an illusion, and second, it's not even relevant to, because some of them, unless you click and see for how long they've been posting, you can't really know the effort they put into it and stuff. And you're just 2025 jumping on a train and thinking that you're going to make it. So nobody is going to care. Nobody really is going to care. The skills still had to be developed. It's not even just about if I can end this video, because I don't want that to be like 25 minutes, but it's still about, practically speaking, again, it's about, don't worry, I'm gonna stop teasing. And I forgot. Damn. I'm going to need to edit that video, but I can't afford to edit this video, so I'm gonna remember my point very quickly. It's about exposing yourself and getting those reps down, because nobody's going to watch you unless you have gotten your reps down and you're actually skilled and you actually like know what you're doing. So it's just about getting those reps down. And also, that was the main point, it's also being that guy, like being that guy. Like if you're watching some fitness influencers, for example, and you're overthinking about doing some fitness influence project stuff, you have to be that guy. And what it takes to be that guy is to be on the gym 24/7, like not 24/7, but to be at the gym every day, to optimize. It has to, I'm just yapping too much. Simply put, it's just have those small habits. It's the whole day is optimized for you to do that specific things, and it comes down to identity. So you have to be that guy. And I don't know, it's not because like you're not aware or stuff, but it's just you just have to be that guy, bro. You just have to be that guy. Anything, just be that guy throughout the whole day, not just for the content, not just when you open your camera. You have to be that guy through your whole day, from the hour you wake up to the hour you go to sleep, to how many breaks you take, to what you eat, to what you consume, to what you see, to have to be that guy. That's it. So if I can like make a summary, there's a trend that seems like an opportunity, but the opportunity was way before. Like, so it was better to start in 2017 than in 2025. It was better to start in 2020 than to start. It was way better actually to start in 2020 than to start in 2025. And it's still better to start in 2024 than to start in 2025. So even that, the pitch to me like doesn't even make sense. So we'll look on 2026 and say like, and see how many people took advantage of that opportunity. But the people who are going to take advantage of the opportunity are people who are going to be consistent, who are going to learn the skills of the YouTube game, which is basically marketing and gaining attention and delivering, fulfilling, which is a whole business in and of itself. But it doesn't like, it requires a whole stack of skill, but a whole range of skill. But anyway, already talked about that. And then to make this easier, you need to be that guy. For example, why I'm forcing myself even though I'm tired, and I to be honest, I was hyped up. It was like 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and I was hyped up. I had that idea, whoa, are they actually lying? Is it actual is it actually a real opportunity, or is this just like a trend in a classic bubble setup? So I had that idea like at 3 p.m. I was super hyped. I had way more energy, but now it's late. So I'm just a bit tired. But because I'm that guy, or I want to be that guy that just boom, opens the camera, starts making his points, and boom, should be automatic. Just like you're speaking to someone and just have something to say. I'm going to say it. That's it. I won't go into the details, but I think be that guy. So yeah, take care.